Okay, let's go ahead and take a seat. Nice, simple cross leg. Setting ourselves up tall. You can maybe rock yourself a little bit from side to side or front to back just to begin to ground yourself, begin to quiet everything, slowing everything down, slowing that mind, slowing those thoughts, slowing that breath. Good. And if you're rocking from side to side or even front to back, begin to change that into a little bit of torso circling. So we will start with circling the torso. Good. And then go ahead and circle that the other way. And you can have those, you can start making the circles bigger, or if that's not available, that is okay. And bring that slowly back to center, maybe back to some stillness, and sitting ourselves up tall. And I'm sitting on a pillow if you need to sit on pillows, if your floor is hard, or if you've got some hip flexor tightness or low back tightness, it can be very helpful to sit elevated to allow the hip flexors maybe to lower a little bit. But sitting ourselves up tall, let's begin to roll our shoulders back. So let's roll the shoulders out, kind of warming things up. If you tend to carry your tension in your neck and shoulders, this can be helpful. Or maybe you're like, I carry so much tension, I don't feel like my shoulders are moving at all, and that's okay. Go ahead and roll that forward. That's why we do this. To get to those places where normally we can't touch that tension or stuff is tight or stuck, yoga is perfect for that sort of stuff. Good. Go ahead and shrug that up and then release that down and then shrug that up and then release that down. Good. Let's drop our chin down towards our chest. And those arms can just be resting, or they could be off to the side. Again, whatever's feeling best, most supportive for you today. Lifting our head up center, and let's take our eyes to the ceiling or to the sky. Chin is lifted. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that chin back to chest again. Still sitting ourselves up tall. Trying to have that really good posture, thinking about that nice posture. And then lift our head to center and our eyes to the sky again. Good. Again, let's drop that chin back to chest. And then eyes to sky. And one more time, chin to chest and eyes to sky. Good, head back to center, back to neutral. Let's go ahead and look over to the right. So thinking about our chin going over towards our shoulder. And bring that to center, and then looking to the left, same thing. Thinking about that chin going over towards the shoulder. And back to center. Looking to the right again, over towards the shoulder, and then looking to the left, over towards the shoulder. Good, bring that back to center. Go ahead and roll your shoulders back again, and roll that forward again, and we'll add in some neck circles. So let's go ahead and drop our chin to chest, take our right ear to right shoulder, chin back to chest, and left ear to left shoulder. Let's take this from side to side, and still sitting up tall. I tend to find myself when I'm doing neck circles or focusing on something else, I tend to find myself starting to sag, my back starting to round. Try and keep yourself up tall. Try and stay aware of posture, of keeping that spine up tall, because that automatically engages our core and having to strengthen through that core, through those abdominal muscles, through those back muscles. Good. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center. Very nice. Let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. So big sun breath here. Sweep this up and exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's go ahead and drop our left hand to our right thigh. Our right hand is going to kind of follow our spine down just behind us a little bit and get that nice twist to the side. Breathe it here in our little spinal twist. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And let's come back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up, big sun breath, and exhale it out. We're going to add a twist to the other side. So let's inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand to our left thigh. Left hand follows our spine down. And let's twist it to the left. And a big breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Very good. Let's bring it back to center. Big sun breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. Let's twist it to the right again. So let's inhale and sweep. As we exhale, left hand's going to go to that right thigh, right hand behind us. Maybe a little bit deeper in this twist, maybe not, just depending on how you're feeling. Let's breathe it here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep. And exhale, release. We're going to twist to the other side. Inhale and sweep. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand to that left thigh, left hand behind us, and twisting it to the left. And breathe it here, inhaling it and exhaling it. Good, bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right hand down to the side, reach ourselves over. So that left hip, left glute, left leg is heavy onto the floor, so that we could get a good side stretch right here. And still breathing, deep breath here in this side stretch. Woo. Feeling that today. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And let's exhale, drop our left hand down and reach over. Same thing on this right side. Keep that right glute, right hip, right leg heavy to the floor. And breathe. Continue to use that breath because that's going to help stretch through the waist, through that torso, through those abs, through the back. Very good. Inhale and sweep. Let's do it one more time each side. Drop the right, reach over, and maybe you can get a little bit further. Maybe not. I'm not. Like maybe. No. Still tight. Let's inhale and sweep this and other side. Drop that down and reach, and maybe a little further, maybe not. It's okay. Listening to your body, remembering that this is your practice. Good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Exhale and press our palms towards the ceiling. And we're challenging ourselves in our practice today, but not to a point of pain. We may be comfortably uncomfortable at times, but no pain. We're not going to the point of pain, just maybe an comfortably uncomfortable. Got those arms up. We're making space in our torso, rib cage. Let's go ahead and inhale it here. And exhale, sigh it out. Again, 2 more times. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, sigh it out. And 1 more time, inhale it deeply. And exhale, sigh out, big sigh out. Good. Let's go ahead and release our arms, but as we release our arms, we're going to release them behind us. So either clasping our hands, or if your hands are not clasping today, if your shoulders are tight, feel free to use a strap here to hold that. We've got those arms behind us, maybe clasping or holding that strap. We've got our chest open, shoulders are opening. I'm kind of rocking back, helps a little bit with that opening. Good. Go ahead and drop that chin to chest. Lift that head to center. Let's look to the right and look to the left. Head back to center, bend at our elbows, take our hands over to right waist. Let's squeeze that right elbow back. So thinking about that right elbow moving back towards our spine. So down towards our body center or back towards our body center. And that will open up that shoulder, and that chest, that upper chest even more. And at the same time, because that left arm is behind us and we're kind of pulling at it, we're also getting a good tricep stretch and shoulder stretch on that side as well. Let's go ahead and switch sides, and same thing this side. That left elbow is now going to try and get back to as close to that center line, back center line as possible, and breathe. Good, opening that up. And then release that. And if you have blocks close, you can put one out in front, because we're going to inhale and sweep this up and forward fold it. So I'm going to place my hands on the block. I could challenge myself and take it down to the floor, but I want to make sure that my alignment is okay, because when I'm on the floor, I tend to round. So I'm going to take it a little bit higher so that I can keep my back straight, and I can try and keep my glutes down towards the floor. It's really easy for them not to be because of the tightness in the low back, in the hips, in those glutes. Good, let's sit it up tall again. Inhale and sweep. And exhale it out. And let's inhale and sweep this up. We're going to clasp our hands behind us again, or use that strap. So let's take those arms behind us again, clasp that, or using that strap, opening up that chest. And maybe that's a little bit easier this time. Yeah, it feels a little bit warmer. Let's go ahead and drop that chin down to chest. Lift that head to center, look to the left, and look to the right. Head back to center. Let's bend at our elbows, hands over to our left waist. Elbow is going to go back to that mid-center line or our spine in the back. Good. And then let's switch sides. Take that to the other side. Elbow going back towards that center line. Good. And then let's release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, let's do that forward fold one more time. Inhale and sweep this up and take that to that forward fold. Feel free to use block, or I should have done this at the beginning. You could do here, you could double block it, or you could double block it even higher. Just depends on where your mobility is at today. Now, some days might be way easier than others, and that is okay. That's how, especially as women, that's how we work. Every day is different. Every day is different. Good. Let's go ahead and release that. And if you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and take that out from underneath you. And we're going to begin to start to move to that lower body, to warming up that lower body. Let's go ahead and take our feet as wide as our hips, or you can go wider. You can go as wide as your mat, your hips, wider or a little narrower, but you want to have enough room so that we can drop our knees from side to side for some windshield wipers right here. So dropping that from side to side, beginning to wake up that lower body, beginning to wake up our hips, our hip flexors, our glutes, our hamstrings, our quadriceps. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. So we've got this nice zigzag right here. Right leg is in front. Let's sit ourselves up tall. So sitting tall and twist over to the left first. So a tall twist to the left. Think about that, really, really good posture. And then a big, giant twist, oh yeah, over to the right. And if you're hyper flexible, then maybe your leg is still on the ground. If you're not, your glute, your inner thigh, possibly most of your hip is off of the floor, that left side. Just that nice twist, breathing in this very deep twist here. And maybe taking your head and looking a little further backwards as you're breathing. Good, let's bring this back to center, and we're gonna twist quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last one and center. So we're center here. Let's hinge this forward. So hinging it forward, just like we did when we had our simple cross leg, and feel free to use a block here if you want as well. But trying, it might not happen. It's not happening for me. My right glute can stay on the floor, but my left glute still can't. But trying to think about pressing into that left glute as well. Trying to think about centered weight here so that we get, oh, that good stretch in the low back, in those tight hip flexors, in the front abdominal area, and trying not to round our spine, but trying to keep that nice and straight. Good. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up center, lean ourselves back, and let's windshield wiper those legs again, taking that from side to side. Good, let's go ahead and keep that left leg in front for this nice zigzag right here. Sit ourselves up very tall and tall twist to the right hole. Very tall, good posture twist to the right. And then get ready. Here's the good one. All right, big twist to the left. Oh yeah, and looking over. Possibly, this side is easier for me to look way farther to the back. And that's good recognition, good recognizing that maybe there's some imbalances going on today, and that's okay. Breathing it deeply. Good, bring that back to center, and we're gonna go quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. And let's go ahead and sit this up and hinge this straight forward. Usually we're taking it over one thigh, but today we are straight forward. And then here comes that mindset again of having to, I need to type here, of having to get that right hip. Mine is not touching the ground, but thinking about the possibility of it. And breathe. Good. Very nice. Let's go ahead and release that and lean this back again. Take our legs out in front of us. Let's go into, we'll do some boat, we'll do some tabletop and reverse plank, and then we'll get into our staff pose. So let's go into boat first, since we're kind of already in this position. So let's lean ourselves back, lengthen through our arms, and keeping our legs down. Now, you can have both your heels down, or I'm gonna go ahead and lift one leg up and do a single-legged boat right here for 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, releasing that. Other side, 3 breaths. I know we're holding it for a long time. We're holding this boat. So let's inhale it deeply and exhale. And inhale it deeply and exhale. One more time, big deep inhale and exhale. Good, release that simple cross leg. Sit that up and a hinge. Oh, that hinge feels great. Hinge that forward. My goodness. Very nice. All right, leaning this back again, and we're gonna go ahead and take it into reverse table. So let's take our hands behind us. Fingers are facing towards our feet. Pressing through the heels of our hands. Pressing through the heels of our feet. And let's go ahead and lift our pelvis up. I love this one just for that stretch in the biceps. I don't know. This is just a wonderful like bicep stretch. I like that. But that pelvis is lifted. Those legs are strong. That core is strong. Your neck is neutral. So you're looking either slightly forward, slightly up towards the ceiling, but not above you. So the neck isn't crunched, it's just nice and neutral. Good, gripping your toes on the floor, feet are strong on the floor. And we've been holding this for a while, still breathing. Let's hold for about 4 more breaths. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Inhale it deeply again and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Wonderful. Let's drop that pelvis down. Simple cross legs, sit that up and hinge that forward. And if your hands start to go to sleep when you're in that position, it's fine. That's very normal. They'll wake up once you get done with it. But if you're like, why is that happening? It's just a normal nerve thing. It's normal. You're okay. Very nice. Hinge forward. Now we're going to go into reverse plank. If reverse plank is too much for you today, then feel free to go back into reverse table. The reverse plank is a little more challenging because we don't have as much of a support because we're having to use our core more because our feet aren't flat on the floor, just our heels. So pressing into the heels of our hands, pressing back into the heels of our feet, lifting our pelvis up. Again, if this is too much, you can go right into that table. It's still a very challenging pose, no matter what. Still very good for shoulders, for chest, for arms, for core, for legs, all the way around. Just breathing through that, trying to keep our pelvis lifted. So we did about 6 to 8 breaths on the other side, and we're going to do about 4 more breaths right here. So let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And 1 more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release that down. Simple cross leg. Sit that up. Hinge that forward. Very good. Very nice. All right, staff pose. So still engaging that core. Let's lengthen up through our arms, flexed through our feet, nice long legs, nice flexed feet, nice flexed legs sitting right there on top of our sits bones. So we're not leaning back, we're not leaning forward. We're trying to get that nice capital L shape, lifting straight up through that. This is a challenging one. This is one of the most challenging poses in yoga, this staff pose where we have our arms above us and our legs straight out in front of us, because what is holding you here is this. So it is very challenging lifting that up. Let's breathe it 2 times here. Inhale deep and exhale it out and inhale it deep and exhale it out. And if you ever want to do your staff pose and make it easier, this is still a staff pose with your arms by your side, but see how it makes it easier when you have your arms down. So if you ever need to do that, if you're ever like, I want to do a staff pose, but I'm feeling weak today, you can do one with your arms by your side, but you just have to be very strong with it. All right, let's go ahead and bring that right leg in, pull that in. Let's keep that left foot flexed, hugging this right leg in. Let's go ahead and take our right over our left. Wrap that arm around. Oh, my hips are tight today. Not my hip flexors, but my hip joints. I feel that. Flexed left foot, left leg is active. We are twisted to the right and breathe. Good, let's go ahead and twist it towards the left. So twisting to the other side and breathe it here. And bring this back to center. Give that a big hug again. And let's release that. Sit that up tall, bring our other leg in. So bringing our left leg in, give that a nice big hug. Now our right foot is flexed, right leg stays active this whole time that we're going to work on this left side. Let's go ahead and take our left over right, wrap our right arm around, and let's twist. Ooh, this side is not as tight as the other side. Interesting. Good, flex through that. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside or towards the right. And breathe that here. Good, and then bring that back to center. Give that a big hug. And we're gonna do some bridge work. So grab your block. Let's release that leg. Let's do some bridge work. Take our block between our knees. Let's take ourselves all the way down onto the ground, onto our backs. And we're gonna lift and lower some bridges. So let's go ahead and take our arms by our side. Our feet are pretty close, or our heels are pretty close to our glutes. Let's go ahead and lift it up. Let's inhale and lift at the same time for 4 counts. So let's inhale it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it here at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly exhale it for 4 and release it down. 3, 2, 1. And hold it at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up for 5 now. So let's inhale it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it for 5. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to 6 breaths. Or 6 inhales and then 6 exhales. So let's inhale it up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do one more time like this with this breath and lifting. Let's go for 7 this time. So let's inhale it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower and exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, we're going to lift and hold. So holding here at the top, holding here in this bridge, and we're going to hold here for about 7 or 8 breaths. We'll be here for a little while. So if you want to take your shoulders underneath you even more, or walk your feet even closer to your glutes, feel free to do that, because we've got some time here just to hold this strong bridge as we are strengthening. We're still warming, but we're already kind of warm, but now we're moving into strengthening our backs, strengthening our core, our legs, our glutes, strengthening that body right here. Let's do 4 more breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And 1 more time. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. Wonderful. My inner thighs are on fire here. This is good. All right, let's go ahead and roll this down. Take this down nice and slow and release that. Keep that block, and let's go ahead and just reach behind both of our knees and pull that in. Oh yeah, good. Go ahead and release that. Put that block down. Let's drop our knees over to one side, take ourselves onto our side, bring ourselves up, and we're going to come up onto all 4s and move into our cat and cow. So, and then into our first balance, which will be our bird dog. So we've got our cat and cow. Our shoulders are right over our wrists. Our hips are right over our knees. And let's move into this wonderful cat and cow. So let's drop our belly to the floor, eyes to the sky. Inhale. Round our spine, exhale, chin to chest. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop our belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Good, flat back. Let's stretch our shoulder. So let's go ahead and open up our arm, right arm. Open this up. Let's thread the needle through. Take our temple to the floor, so forehead goes down to the floor, side of the forehead, that temple. And both of those palms can be on the floor, or if you want to wrap, you can take that top arm and wrap that around, reaching for the hip crease or thigh of that opposite leg. So that left hand is reaching for that right front thigh or hip, whatever you can reach for. So this is a bind. This is binding. And breathe. Good. Release this. Press ourselves back up. Now we're going to stay with this right side. Lift our right leg up. Lengthen through that right leg. Hold this here. Let's lengthen through our left arm if it's available to you. If you don't have the balance today, that's okay. We're going to go elbow to knee 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. And if you can't use that arm, bringing that leg in is fine. Bring that in. Good. Let's go for 4 more here. 4. I know there was an extra one. It's okay. And 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1 and extend. Good. Very nice. Hold this, hold this. Inhale it deep. And then exhale, release the arm and release that leg. Cat and cow, drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round that spine. Good, back is flat. Now we're gonna open the shoulder on the other side. So let's go ahead and lift that left arm up. And then thread the needle through, temple on the floor, both hands on the floor, or take that top arm and bind that around or wrap that around. Now, if you wrapped on the other side or brought that arm around, then do it on this side too. Remember, that's also part of our yoga practice, is to be balanced, to try and do the same thing on each side of the body. That helps us so much prevent injury. We want to be strong in the entire body. We don't want to be too strong on one side. Good. And then go ahead and release that. Pressing ourselves up, staying with this left side. Let's lift our left leg up, lengthening through that. And then reaching through that right arm. If that's available to you, we're going to bring elbow to knee. We'll go 7 times because we did 7 on the other side. So let's go ahead and bring that elbow to knee for 7 and extend. Bring that in for 6 and extend. Bring this in for 5 and extend. Bring it in for 4 and extend. Bring that in for 3 and extend. Last 2 and extend. And last 1. And extend and hold. Good. Hold this, hold this. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale. And release the arm. Release the leg. Child's pose. Yay. Take those glutes back towards those heels. Oh, very nice. Lengthen through those arms. And enjoy this child's pose here. And if your hips are super tight, feel free to have those big toes touching. And you can take your knees apart if you want more of a hip opener here. In this child's pose. Very nice. Looking forward at our fingers, let's walk our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand, place it right on top of that right hand, and try and get that right, left hand on top of right, yes. Trying to get our left glute to our left heel so that we get an extra stretch of the left side of the body. And then let's go ahead and walk those hands over to the other side. And take our right hand on top of our left hand, right glute is gonna go towards that right heel. Ooh, my waist is very tight today. I'm trying to figure out, did I do different abs yesterday? What was different? I did. It was a different little ab thing yesterday. That's why. Oh. And bring this back to center. Very nice. Lengthening through those arms. Enjoy this child's pose because we're going to start to move into our sun salutation. So let's bring ourselves up on all fours. Place your blocks where you want them for when we get to our sun salutes. And we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. We're going to keep our knees bent. Hands are pressed into the floor. Keep our knees bent. Lift our tails to the sky. Oh, and find that first down dog and enjoy this. Inversion, head being lower than the heart. Enjoy lifting those glutes maybe as high as you can to get that tail in the sky so that you get a really good spine stretch here. And then let's begin to pedal our feet, pedaling our heels down towards the floor. Good. And then maybe finding some stillness right here, finding this downward facing dog, very strong pose, but also very restorative pose. This is a very restorative pose. We come back to this during our sun salutations, and this is always the break time when we're in our downward facing dog. This is when we get restored, when we can breathe. We can slow that breath down if needed. All right, let's go ahead and lift up on our toes, our heels high. Let's drop both of our heels over to one side, stretching through our Achilles tendons, through the backs of our legs, sides of our legs. And then let's go ahead and bring those heels back up to center and drop them over to the other side. And then bring that back up center, finding our downward facing dog, trying to get our heels maybe closer to the floor. Possibly. I've been doing yoga for a bazillion years and I've never been able to get my heels towards the floor. So if that's you, you are part of my club. If you can get your heels to the floor, then again, you have a good Achilles tendons. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands and to the front edge of our mat. Good, and you can have your blocks close to you. We're not going to use those blocks quite yet. We're going to allow ourselves to ragdoll here at first. So letting those arms dangle. Oh, it scared me to death. It was FedEx. Oh my gosh. What? What's going on? Okay. Letting those arms. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Make a frame for that head. Oh, and enjoy this forward fold. Enjoy that heaviness of the upper body while that lower body is pressed into the floor. And I'm going to grab whatever was left at the door. All right, go ahead and release those arms. And you can move those blocks close to you because we're going to move into our sun salutations if you're using blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through our spine, nice flat back tabletop, and then exhale and release. Good. Inhale and sweep our arms up. We're going to come straight up and then exhale it around into a chair. Good. Inhale and lift this up. And let's exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen through our spine. Nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Right foot's gonna stay forward, left foot's gonna go back into lunge. Left hand is on your block or on the floor, or you can use a chair if you need even to be even higher. But let's do a spinal twist over to the right. Good, nice spinal twist here, and breathe. And let's bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into our top of plank. Strong top of plank here. In our top of plank, drop our left knee, side plank. Open this up to the side. Very good. Breathe it. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. Back to top of plank. Strong top of plank. Shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Take our heart to the floor in chaturanga. Bring our heart up off the floor, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Remember, this is our restorative part. This is our exhale. This is where we get to breathe. Very nice. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold front end of our mat. Let's go ahead, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Our left foot stays forward. Our right foot goes back into lunge. Right hand on block, on floor, or on a chair if you need to be higher. And let's twist over to the left. And breathe this here. And bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. In this top of plank, let's drop our right knee. Open ourselves up to the left again. Side plank. Very good. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring ourselves back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart goes to the floor. Chaturanga. Heart lifts up off the floor. Baby cobra. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Restore here. I like to breathe deep enough that I can feel it in my back rib cage. So try and get that super deep breath going on there. Let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Let's do our sun salutations again on each side. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and sweep. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back. Left hand on the block or on the floor. Let's open this up to the right side. There we go. Good. You know what I mean. Right here, breathing this. That breath helps expand. Let's go ahead and take ourselves down into a top of plank. Shift our way forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Inhale and lengthen into tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around the chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Our right foot stays forward. Our left foot goes back. No, other way. Why? So left foot is forward. Right hand on the block. twist it open. Oh my goodness, all my left and right stuff went out of my head. I think the FedEx person took it. Good, good, twisting. And breathe. And then bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front to the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Oh, enjoy that baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Restore. Very nice. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Good, hold here in chair. Bring our hands to heart. Let's do our seated spinal twist. We usually get to do this with the chair, but today we're doing it with the strength of our legs. Let's go ahead and do our seated spinal twist. Our right elbow, right tricep is going to try and get over to that left thigh. Twist it here, breathe it here, inhale it, and exhale it. Inhale it, and exhale it. I know it's burning. One more time. Inhale it, and exhale. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back. Top of plank. Shift our weight. Drop to front to the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart's going to go down. Heart's going to lift up. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe. It's after one of those sun salutations that I like this rest right here. Like, no, not again for the legs. Yes, we can do it. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Good. Bring those hands to the heart, and we're going to take it to the other side. So now our left elbow, left tricep is going to try and get over to that right thigh. And let's do that seated spinal twist here for 3 deep breaths. Inhale it and exhale it. And inhale it and exhale it. And inhale and exhale. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back, top of plank. Oh, shift that weight forward, drop your fronts to the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. And downward facing dog. Restore, yes, breathe it here. Very nice. Good. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. And we'll do just a few more simple sun salutations here. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to the knees, uncurl the toes. Heart's going to go down, heart's going to lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. We'll do 2 more like that. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. 2 more cycles. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. One more time like that. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down, heart's gonna lift up. Roll our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Breathe. Very nice. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Nice standing forward fold right here. Allow those arms just to dangle. Good. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up and then release our arms to our sides. We're going to take ourselves to the wide edge of our mat. We've got ourselves nice and wide, and we're going to go into our some of our pliés. So we're going to take ourselves into some pliés. Grab your blocks. You can use one or you can use both. I'm going to have both here, and you might want to stack or not, just depending on how you are, because we're going to do a wide leg forward fold. So if you need that extra height. But we've got our legs nice and wide. Let's start off 5 pointed stars. So that means that our toes are going to be pointing out and our arms are going to be up. So we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 pointed star right here. And we're going to take it down to that nice little sumo squat and then lift this up. Woo, balance. Let's, goodness. Let's take this down again. Let's go ahead and inhale and lift this up. And inhale or inhale it down, exhale it up. There we go. Inhale it down and exhale it up. Inhale it down, and those elbows, we're trying to get them in towards our waist. Exhale it up. Let's go 4 more. Inhale it down and exhale it up. Inhale it down and exhale it up. 2 more times. Inhale it down and exhale it up, and inhale it down, and exhale it up. We've got a little bit more of a dynamic practice today. So we've still got that 5 pointed star. Your arms might be tired. That's okay. We're still lifted. Let's change our feet. Our feet are going to now face the front slightly inwards because we're going to go into that forward fold. So lifting our arms up, now we can forward fold it and take it down. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that feels good. On the backs of those legs, toes are slightly inwards, or if you can get them more inward, you can rotate those ankles inwards if that feels good for you. You've got your hands either on the floor, on your blocks, whatever height block works for you. Very good, holding this. It's another inversion. Our head is lower than our heart here. Breathing in this wide-legged forward fold. This is another good restorative one, although this one isn't as comfortable as our downward facing dog, at least for me. This is stretching my hamstrings a lot. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen into a nice tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen back into that tabletop. This time we're going to hold it here. You can exhale while we're holding. We're going to take our right hand, press our right hand into the floor or into the blocks. Oh, spinal twist up. We've done a lot of spinal twists today. So we did our side plank. We did our spinal twist with our shoulder. We did our spinal twist on the ground. Go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this lengthening and you can exhale. Let's keep our left hand pressed into the floor or the blocks and twist our right arm up. These twists are so, so good for the muscles, for the joints, for the circulation. Also good for our brain, good for our nervous system. Good, and then release that. Relax right there in that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen, and exhale, release. Good, hands are gonna go right to our hip crease, bring ourselves slowly up. And let's go ahead and walk our feet in, heel toe, heel toe. We'll take ourselves back to the short edge of our mat, and we're gonna bring ourselves down and go into our final relaxation. So let's go ahead and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back into a top of plank. Drop to our knees, child's pose. This time, if you'd like in your child's pose, take your arms by your side, palms facing up. Elbows drop off to the side. So now you're a turtle. Nice little turtle. beginning to slow that breathing down. Allow that breathing to become deeper, bigger. I like breathing in this position because I can feel it in my back ribs. That feels good. And let's go ahead and take our hands by our knees, press ourselves up, and we're going to take ourselves onto our backs. Grab what you need for your final relaxation. If you use an eye pillow, a regular pillow, a blanket, grab what you will use, what you need. And we're going to bring ourselves all the way down onto our backs. It was a dynamic practice today. So we did a lot of movement. So now we're going to slow that down. If you've got that eye pillow, you can place that over your eyes and enjoy the heaviness of those little beans or whatever's in there. And reaching our arms towards one end of the room, reaching our fingers, and then reaching our toes, yes, you know what I mean. Reaching one end of our body towards one end of the room, other end of the body to the other end of the room, and lengthen through that body. Add a few inches to your height here. Maybe you're able to lift that low back up off of the floor. Maybe that back rib cage can lift as you are lengthening. Maybe you can even get extra stretch. You can even rotate those wrists if you want, or rotate the ankles, whatever feels best for you. But let's take a big deep inhale here. And with an exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Allow those feet to fall, open off to the side, arms are open off to the side. Relaxing that face, releasing the jaw. Slowing that breath down even more. Maybe getting even deeper with that breath as you slow it down. Or maybe it's getting more shallow. Just recognizing that. And allowing yourself these few moments for you. Maybe you've got a lot of stuff going on today. Maybe you're doing a lot of extra stuff, a lot of stuff for others, or a lot of just busy work. Give yourself this time to restore, recuperate, renew, so that you can be the best you for others for the rest of the day. Still relaxing. Let's go ahead and bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under, flattening our low back into the floor a little bit, if it's available. Sometimes that's not available. That's okay. Let's go ahead and drop those bent knees over to one side. And you could take yourself onto your side into this fetal position, very natural, very safe, very neutral position. Breathe. And then nice and slow. Let's begin to press ourselves up, bringing ourselves up into a strong seated pose. Strong yet comfortable. Strong and supportive. Sitting ourselves up tall. Let's lengthen up through our spine. And let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together And exhale, eyes following our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Taking our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhaling it. One more big deep breath. Inhale it deeply. And big cleansing exhale. And have a wonderful rest of your day. And we will see you